Hey. Why would you make that sound in the intro, man? You always messing up the intro. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome back to another episode of the MudPolitical podcast, where we talk about everything, never scared of anything, and we always for the culture. I go by the name of Mikhail. Jay's here. Courtney's here with the shot in his hand. We got Cuzzo on the ones and the twos, and we got Mr. Best.
Mr. Who Shot You?
Oh, come on now. Making us look fantastic, amazing. You know, make us look the best, if you want to say it like that.
Who shot
you?
You
Know?
Who shot you?
I don't know, man.
I hope never to get shot.
I'm so glad to be back, man. You know, I feel like we've had some scheduling issues, obviously. You know, y'all working like slaves.
Wait a minute.
You know, y'all, I can't only work on every other Sunday.
First of all,
because I got to blah, blah, blah.
I could do the pod any day of the week.
Ooh.
I can make time.
Talk it. I can make
Mikhail.
time, too. So whose fault is
They're
it?
talking about
Whose fault is it then?
He said Mikhail.
No,
I'm responding to what
he's
he was
responding to me
talking
directly. So whose fault is it? Let's tell the fans who they can blame for infrequent content for season 3.
about. I don't know if it's not me and it's not you.
Wow. How many people are there?
Courtney,
Must be
is it
me.
you? I guess so.
I get off at 8 p.m. What you think? I'm talking to people cussing.
Hey,
out.
don't shake
Ain't
your
no
head too fast. I want them particles flying everywhere, brother. Come on. We got to keep a clean space. You know, it's...
Yeah, because that hairline is pretty black today, buddy.
Is that shoe polish or is that like dust?
That joint
Just
painted on
just
there.
dark dust. Like
The dark paint.
what happened, bro? Like, so when you get in the shower, like you gonna have to clean your tub afterwards?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's gonna leave a mark. That's gonna stain.
You should have told him to put some of that in your beard.
Nah, we don't need him break it out, Brad. You know, he struggles. He struggles.
As I would say, before I was rudely interrupted by you ignorant ingrates.
Look at you using a real word, man. I swear, we bringing out the full potential of you, man. I
couldn't
like
cuss.
that.
I wanted to
like
say
that.
something
We
else.
tapping into your
I wanted
lexicon.
to-
Where you learn that word at? It wasn't paying. You weren't there long enough. So what else? What else did you learn that? Where else?
I read books too.
Which books?
The Cat in the Hat.
Oh man, I miss this, man.
Go
We
ahead,
got
bro.
Woo, boy! Oh my Jesus!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lord God, help me today.
That's a nice shirt, man.
I thank you. It's Michael Kors, sir.
Yo, Michael Kors. Yo. Yeah. So, is they paying you? Right. They're not paying us. Take that whole name out. We gotta cut that out immediately.
As long as you don't see it, it's cool. I can say Michael Kors. Michael Kors.
I mean, it's literally got the name all over in
can't
little
see
letters.
this.
Oh,
All
that
the way
is
over
what
there.
that's.
Yeah, that's the best one you could find there too, wasn't it?
Bro, this nigga got the word.
They had that one at Ross. I know. I know a Ross purchase when I see one. I do.
That has to
I
be
love
Ross,
Ross. I'm not
bro.
even hating. I'm just saying. I know they're tight.
This says Michael Kors on it in 1,000 letters, bro.
That's nice,
That's
man.
crazy.
Well, you
That's
know,
a nice shirt,
in
bro.
case he forget who it's made by, he could just look down and it's like, there it is, Michael Kors. Shout out to you. You should sponsor this podcast because we love your shirts. He clearly does. I mean, right? How you living, man? How's your week, man?
I'm Gucci.
Good, man.
I'm good.
I'm glad to see that.
I'm awesome.
Yeah,
You
man.
feel me? Just got off set. That's why I'm dressed to impress.
Dressed to impress.
And it
Deacon.
was great.
Deacon Gray. Well, look at you.
Oh, I'm Deacon Gray.
I like those socks though, man. What are those? Is
Hey,
that
man,
that a
you got-
cupcake on there?
H&M. It's a Santa Claus on them. You want to zoom in on them?
Yeah, we got to stop mentioning these high profile brands before they pay us.
It's Santa Claus sitting on a donut.
Come on, man.
What?
This is like working with children.
Don't do that. Just because you worked at the state, you know a little bit more about that than us. Don't do that, man.
Hey, man, I'm
All
Gucci.
I said was,
How was your week, brother?
it was good.
Yeah, you worked hard.
Great.
You worked hard.
No.
See your chain glistening.
I
You
didn't.
drew on his chain. I see it right there,
No,
brother.
thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
I see your face is glistening too.
Come on, man. Are we doing that right now? That's what we're doing? We're talking about my
Baby
face. Yeah, man. You know, I had to, go all in for, a potential opportunity. So, as a professional, I would be wrong. I would do a disservice to the work if I didn't go all in
You
and
look
shave my
ridiculous.
face. I look ridiculous?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You look stupid.
I appreciate your service to the game, sir. You went in for an audition, and you gonna get it.
I appreciate that, man.
Hate this hating
I'm not hating on
person.
him. I'm just saying he looks stupid.
You shaved not that long.
Nah, it's been a while.
It was a while, wasn't it? Wasn't it for the wedding?
Nah, it was before the wedding.
It was before that? I don't know.
It was before the wedding.
Matt, I missed that still, by the way.
Oh, ass out.
Denzel.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. That is
What are
your
we
new-
doing right now?
That is your new nickname.
I
we
know-
Can, we can say that because that's your name.
That's not true. So
Ass
Your
out.
name is ass out.
hold on. So we're talking about encounters? Are we talking about right now? Are we talking about encounters, Mr. Gray?
That fan blew up in your ass.
God,
that was an encounter.
hold on, brother. What's going on here?
What is happening now?
I don't understand, man. And that's not a word we use on this program.
I'm sorry, but you ain't feel that breeze blowing up in your booty hole?
Okay, all right. That's
Whoa.
that's getting very, very pause worthy. We're not doing this.
Where did this go?
We're cutting all this out. This is not making this. This is.
Just saying.
I mean, hold on, Courtney. Did I heard you came from set today, right?
Oh no.
How was set? How was set today, brother? Because
Oh no.
because I know.
Let's move on.
No, since we're doing this now. That's
We
what you
can't
started.
move on. You
No,
started.
I tried to leave him alone.
Y'all been roasting
I tried to leave him
You
alone.
I had the gut punch. I'm sorry. I had the gut punch.
you
You
should've
good.
been
We ain't gotta
quiet.
go nowhere. We ain't gotta go nowhere. I had a gut punch.
How'd your co-stars been treating you, man? They've been giving you a lot of compliments.
Any sexual harassment?
All right. So backstory for everybody in the audience here,
No.
man.
Oh,
Oh, now you don't want the backstory. Now you don't want the
I ain't need
backstory.
no backstory. Let go. Let's talk about mud pole.
Oh,
Let's go.
he's traumatized. Look, he's triggered.
I ain't
Look at him. He's
triggered.
get out of here.
Do you
ain't
need
triggered.
counseling, son?
Let's go to MudPolitical podcast. Let's go.
This might be on the Patreon. You got to come back for the Patreon for that one. That one's going to be on there.
We going to
It's
the
only
mud
$4
pole.
a month.
We going to mud pole. Let's go. MudPolitical.
You're right, man. I do want to jump in. We'll spare your embarrassing stories
Yours
for
too.
another. It's not as embarrassing as yours.
Shoot.
You trying to trade stories? Because we've already
See,
talked about
man.
mine on this podcast. We can talk about yours.
We
Yours
got
is
2
new.
minutes to talk about it. You got a minute. I got a minute. How about that? 1 minute.
Do it.
Start
Go.
now. Go.
So apparently, Courtney went to set today. I
This
guess
was
he had-
yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday. Oh, wow.
No,
Keep
it's
going.
today.
Oh, it's today?
It was last night.
Yesterday.
He's trying to let the seconds go by. I'm gonna tell you
that's
something.
10.
So he comes in. We're getting ready for the pod. We're going over material and all that good stuff, brainstorming, getting ourselves right. And let me tell you something. This man,
That's 20.
I can see the fingers, bro.
Okay, keep going. I'm not gonna stop.
All I'm saying is,
Count down.
apparently, he came on the set in some tight sweatpants or something.
No,
Whatever it was.
I'm just disturbing you.
A couple
So-
of his female
You
co-stars
got about 20 more seconds.
mentioned his unmentionables, right?
His private parts.
And one of his male co-stars,
You got about 10 more
alleged
seconds.
straight male co-star, said, "Hey, I see what you're working with."
And,
Got it all in.
He's done.
and Courtney didn't kill him?
He's done. He's done.
Courtney.
That was your minute. Comments,
Jeez.
collectives, whatever the fuck you got to
Oh,
say.
we can pass this mic around. We all have questions because this is
Man.
said just get a large next time. That's the problem. When you're Courtney's size, man. When you're Courtney's height, you only chopping mediums.
What is size? What?
Height.
Said size
Height.
first.
Height.
Said size first.
Height.
You said size first.
See, this is why we can't even do this, bro.
You
we can't
did
even
it.
do this, bro. This is
You
getting
said it.
This is getting real gay. This is getting real gay. Oh man. This man has Can we just keep going? This is actually terrible content.
I
and
still
this
got
is
a minute,
super
though.
gay.
I still got my minute.
We'll put it on the back end.
Nope.
I mean,
I said it.
there's nothing really happened. I'll say it. I got drunk and apparently I went to bed and as I slid into bed, part of the pant fell down a little bit
Part
and my
of
ass
it.
was exposed apparently.
Part of it.
And nobody thought to put a blanket on me and just let me go to sleep. I didn't know what was
This
going on.
whole man ass was out.
No, it was during the summer. I had swim trunks on. I fell asleep. I don't know what was going on, bro. Nothing was going on. I just went to the couch. I was drunk as I don't know what.
Yes.
And I was drunk and I had smoked. Cold. I felt cold and drafty.
This thing, just 20 seconds of this.
Cause
We all sit at the table. We're like, where Mikhail at? Where's Mikhail?
sleep like I was
turn
supposed to
around.
be. I didn't realize.
Me and Jay like we literally like
Clearly,
right here
I
at the
didn't
table.
tighten the drawstring.
I turn
tighten it
around.
up.
I'm like, oh, Mikhail over there with his ass out.
Didn't know.
Me and Jay like,
And you know what
that's
these
his new name.
and you know what these great friends didn't do?
We like, no.
Put a blanket on
No,
me
no.
and just let me stay asleep.
No, we wasn't. It was gay. We wasn't touching you.
I ain't asked to
We
be
was not-
touched.
We
I
wasn't
said
gonna
throw a
put no
blanket on me.
Hey, why don't somebody pull his pants up?
First of all, the house didn't come with extra blankets.
I just needed one blanket.
We didn't have none, bro.
They could have woke me up
no.
And number
we
two-
was like, hey, Mikhail.
Wait, number two-
Mikhail.
from across the room, probably.
You wake up, your ass out, this four motherfuckers right.
But it wasn't out when I woke up. It wasn't out when I woke
You
up.
probably pull your pants up at that moment.
Clearly, I felt it at some point in the night. It was oh
At
shit.
some point,
When I got sober,
they were like, oh, there it is.
I don't know what happened. We've already talked about this story on this podcast, Courtney.
We did.
There are holes in the story.
There's no holes in this story. Pause. That's pause. Pause. There's no
But-
holes in this story.
That was funny. That was funny.
Okay.
Boy, you a funny boy. You funny.
Back to the topic at hand, man.
Y'all are
Shit,
terrible.
talking
I had a
about
recent situation come up, man.
What's
I want to
up,
get to
brother?
the real topic, man. I had a recent situation come up.
Please. Oh Lord.
So I went to a funeral recently,
Okay.
right? You know, my dad's side, he's from Florida and all that stuff. So we drove down as a family and whatnot. Went down. You know, this is after the funeral. So we have, you know, refreshments being served, fried chicken, potato salad, all that good stuff. It was delicious.
Okay.
It was the best fried chicken I'd had. And I had some gumbo. Boy, the gumbo was banging. Because Florida. Because, you know, it's, whew, boy. Yeah.
Split cat.
Boy, come on.
Split cat.
It was so good. I was like, man, can I just take a plate? Just a bowl of gumbo with me? Is that tacky to do that at a funeral? I don't know. Man.
No,
Whatever.
it's not.
I'm not certain. We all mourn it. We all grieve differently, right? I grieve over gumbo. But so anyway, so I was there. You know, everybody's talking, taking pictures. People they haven't seen in a long time. Someone come up to me, introduce themselves. I was like, okay, hey, you know, I'm your whatever. This is introduce themselves. Hey, good to meet you. You know, I haven't. You know, we're related. Oh, okay, cool, right. I go back to the table where my mom there sitting down. She's sitting there looking just steamed, just angry. You see her little wrinkles in the middle of her forehead. She just like, no, she's not happy. I don't know what I did. You know, I was like, man, who's getting popped? That's the face you used to get when I get popped. So I was a little triggered and warned. I was like, what'd I do?
You 30 years old? Thought you was about to get popped?
You're never too old to get popped by your mom, bro. If your mom popped you, what you gonna do? Just take it.
Your mom ain't gonna pop you.
That's not true.
All right, but continue.
Look, I'm sorry, y'all super grown. I forget. Y'all don't do nothing that's pop worthy. You definitely do. Anyway.
Go ahead, bro.
Anyway. But anyway, so you know, me and my brother, we drove separately. So we went back to the hotel after everything was done. Right, didn't really pay much attention to all the situations going on. I didn't know half the people there. You know, they knew me. I know them. Right. So we get back and we get there before my parents get there. Mom's coming up there, and I just hear her cussing them out in the hallway, all the way to the door of the hotel room, the little suite. Right. Man, she gets in there, and this is when the cat's out the bag, and the person that introduced herself to me was actually my sister. A sister that I did not know anything about.
That is crazy.
Right. First time y'all heard that, right? Yeah. So, you know, it's crazy. Yeah. No. So yeah. I mean, I didn't know anything about it. We had this whole sit down talk about it. Me and my brother were like, yeah, sure, whatever. We were pretty nonchalant about like really messed up family stuff, but allegedly. So my mom, I mean, she's known about that daughter for as long as the daughter's been born, for the most part.
How she know about it?
Well, eventually, I'll tell you how she know about her. This is how why it's so messed up, right? So she learned about this daughter after they were married, and she was pregnant with me.
Wait a minute.
Dang.
So they were already married, and she was pregnant with me, right? And then the sheriff come to the house, talking about DNA, all that, hey, you have a kid type thing. And he's sitting, and then, my dad's actually like, I don't know.
The sheriff popping up.
I don't know, whatever. You still got to, like, people, basically, got served.
Oh,
Yeah.
hit him with the papers. Okay.
Right. So, obviously my dad being a,
Sorry. You all right?
What was that?
Swallowed on the wrong pipe there.
Swallowed on the wrong bite.
You crying? This is a touchy subject?
Thank you.
Are
Yeah.
you just trying to make an excuse not to cry?
No.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
This is not news to me.
For real.
So this is news to everyone else in the pod. But it's not news to me. But anyway, so
That nigga said swallowed on the pipe, but go ahead.
we're definitely not doing that. We're definitely not doing that. With the man with the tightest pants in the room. He's got the tightest pants in his room talking about somebody pipe. Boys, get out of here, bro. What's on your mind? Gay.
Kill it.
He might be.
Boy, I'm gonna take
Anyway, before
Go
y'all
ahead.
derail this.
Go ahead.
So how allegedly they figured it out. Well, how she figured it out. Well, obviously the sheriff comes, everything like that. And my dad being a nigga.
Why you say it like
Because this is the most. That's the
Being
only
a
way
nigga.
to
Being
explain
a
this.
Florida nigga.
That
Yeah, he's from Florida. He's definitely one of those people.
man. He said.
Kodak Black.
"Oh, I didn't know I had one.
Sound like Tony.
I didn't know." And so she's
Go
like,
ahead.
"You didn't know." But here's how it gets messed up. I ain't gonna go too deep, but I'll say that apparently his side knew and didn't inform her.
Do y'all want to
Dang.
have a relationship though after this?
Do I want a relationship
encounter?
with my sister?
Yeah.
Dang, sister. That's weird.
Oh, that felt weird.
Yeah, I ain't like that. But I mean, I'm not like pressed. You know, we've lived our whole lives separately. I mean, it's cool that we found each other or whatever. But like, it's just not that deep. And I feel bad because I know we had the family that she would have wanted to have. You know, he sent money, but he wasn't really there. You see what I'm saying? Because he lived with us in Atlanta.
Do you want a relationship with your sister?
I don't really have to answer that question.
Yeah, you do.
I haven't really thought
It's a
about
yes
it
or
that
no.
deeply. To be honest, I really haven't thought about it that deeply. To be honest with you,
Do you feel some type of way about it right now?
no. This is I mean, if I found out maybe when I was like 14, I might feel differently. But I found out.
Answer the question.
I'm answering the question.
Yeah, shut
Yes
up.
or no?
It's not a yes or no question.
It
This has
Do you
layers
want
to it.
to make a it has layers.
That's what I'm speaking to all those layers.
Make it easy. Yes
If
or
you
no?
stop interrupting me, you get the answer.
I get it.
Sit back.
That's all he do, bro.
Boy, somebody please put some water on his hairline, bro. For you trying to piss me off.
It's not that hard.
Wrench that thing off.
Go ahead.
Nah, but so do I want a relationship with her? Maybe. I mean, that's the best answer I have. It's not a yes or no for me because I haven't really thought about it like that because it's not something that's prevalently on my mind because it's not. We don't have a connection to anything besides who our father is at this point.
Man, it's a reason.
To be
why I'm
honest.
asking. It's a reason why I'm asking.
I'm sure it is, and I'm willing to let hear why that reason is. But my honest answer is like I really don't know. I haven't put a lot of thought into it. I really don't. I can't know something I don't know.
I get it.
I just learned about it, and then that's just what it was. And so it's like, okay, well, good to meet you. Like I didn't. It's not like we have an emotional connection right now.
Yeah.
Right?
What do
She's
you
got
think that-
kids. I've
Yeah.
got nephews apparently.
What do you think that reason was?
What do you mean?
Like family, like they wanted to block this off, or you're just finding out, or that person.
I don't know why they didn't tell me for a long time. Probably because it was. I think probably part of it from my mom. She was just so angry because she was like, "Bro, so you tell me you had a kid before we got married, and you didn't tell me." She said it straight up. I wouldn't have married him if I knew that.
We do some nigga shit.
She said it straight up,
Men do nigga shit.
right? So she probably felt, come on, bro. But we probably felt played.
Sorry.
She probably felt played, and she felt played not just by him, but by like the people around that she felt like were smiling in her face and really knew this whole thing was going on. So she's hurt by it. So she's one gonna bring that up, right? If anyone was gonna do it, it should have been him. And he didn't do that. So, but my question to y'all, I mean, obviously that's my situation, but my question to y'all is: have y'all ever found out about any hidden family, so to speak, right? Family that whether it's a funeral or a wedding, place where everybody get together, where nobody's seen each other in a long time, right? And you might have that one pop up, right? Because let's be clear, my situation is not unique at all. It's not unique at all.
It is.
There's a lot of this. Ask any Jamaican family ever; they all have 45 stepmoms.
Yeah.
It's just what it is, man. We know Caribbean culture is different. A lot of cultures have this situation. So, have y'all had this experience before?
Yes.
Really? When have you had that?
At a young age,
How old were
Me
you?
and my sister is a year apart.
Oh wow, y'all close.
And my father doing man stuff, excuse me for what I said earlier, brought my sister around when he was dating my mother. What was he like? Maybe 4.
Yeah.
Tony, put your name out there.
Yeah.
You know, like the situation you talking about is like you got a father that don't want to like. I love who I'm in love with. Like your dad was like, I don't want nobody know I did. You know, family know about it, but I don't want my son to know about it.
Right.
You
Which
know
is
what I'm saying?
crazy.
But he put my mom in the situation. Like brought my sister there. You know what I'm saying? And then my grandma's question is like, she looks just like Courtney.
Y'all do look alike.
Interested.
Which
Wait a minute.
sister is it?
He was there. He finally seen my sisters.
I know. I pointed them out.
He first of all, can we talk about that? Jay makes nothing better. Like,
Bruh.
Jay only makes things
He
worse.
made the whole thing like, bruh, this
I
is so
pointed
heightened.
them out.
when it's
You
supposed
say this the one with the
Nick, Justin, y'all seen Courtney's sister? Y'all seen Courtney's sister? Oh,
You ain't never seen my sisters.
thick, thick,
A video, you ain't seen them in
boy,
person.
thick,
Can I see it? Do they look good?
thick. They look thick with Courtney's face on them.
yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird. It is a little
It's
weird.
so true though.
It is a
They
little
look
weird,
thick with
bruh.
Courtney face on him. Like, bruh. I'm just gonna. Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's drop a little bit. I know it's
Nah,
not.
they
It's
short. They're short. All of them
They're short, and you look from the feet up, you like,
Like, cause my
damn,
my
then you get
father
to the
only
face.
this tall. He's not tall at all. But anyway,
They
what
all
I'm
look
saying
like
is,
Tony.
during that situation, like
all of them.
it started at an age where it was like you're starting some beef between me and my sisters, and my mom knew too. Like,
oh wow.
but she didn't want to. You know, my mom, you know, she didn't want to. How do I explain it? She didn't want to like hurt me in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But she knew, like, oh, you're lying to me this whole entire time. Now, just to forward the game, he put us in a situation. That's why I'm saying, like, I was asking those certain questions with your sister. Do you want to have a relationship with your sister?
Yeah. Because I know you do.
Oh my God, like the
but you
relationship.
learn
me and
younger
my-
though.
No, I learned at what 31.
Oh,
Like-
you learned that? Okay, remember.
Like me and my sisters, my 4 sisters I have, we are at the age where it's just like we cannot allow like what he did long ago to affect us. That's his problem.
yeah.
Have a relationship with your sister. That has nothing to do with you. Just because you say you're so nonchalant, your brother's nonchalant. Nah, he created that problem.
Yeah.
That's what I had a round table with my sisters. Like, hey man, I've been wanting a relationship with y'all. We allowed y'all want a relationship with me. We allowed him to affect us.
But that's a little different though, right? Because you're saying you guys are pitted against each other. I was not pitted against anybody. I didn't know they existed.
I mean, I knew they existed, but it was still
That's
like,
a big difference though.
in a way, I'm saying it's just like you still allowing somebody like to have a brick wall. It's still his issue, but
It
at
is
the
his
same
issue, for
time,
sure.
y'all got to get over that issue. Like,
Yeah. I
like-
don't have an issue with her or issue with.
He just met her. You knew him.
That's what I'm saying.
I knew him, but I've
Yeah.
always. My thing is, I've always tried. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's different.
Like I've always tried to have
Yeah.
a relationship with my sisters,
Right.
but it was always in the back of my mind. Like
Stand up black man clap right there, brother.
I've always tried to have, but I always had in the back of my mind. It's just like, you know, y'all have had a relationship with him. Like, why am I trying? You know, like y'all have always been around him. But and I learned.
Hey,
it's
here's a
like,
question.
He's always been the cancer.
So did he have more of a relationship with your sisters than
No.
they with you?
They hate him like I hate him.
God. Oh,
That is the thing.
Sorry, Tony.
dang.
Like I don't care.
No, that's cool. That's,
You know what I'm saying?
This is the MudPolitical podcast.
They hate him like I hate him. Like I don't like saying hate, but that's the one person I do hate. But I have forgiven him. It's like just
How you forgive him and hate him?
that's
Yeah,
the thing.
it could
Like I
probably
forgive him, and I've had conversations
probably
with
happen.
my
I don't know.
sisters, and it's just like, dang, I didn't know y'all felt that way.
Yeah.
My sister didn't even want him at the pod.
Mm.
Didn't even want that man at the pod. I was like, oh man, I didn't know that.
Mm.
Like, you didn't want him here. It's like, oh, he's already been invited. I ain't invited, but it's another story. But
Yeah.
But still, I ain't know they didn't have a relationship with him either.
Oh wow. So he's
The cancer.
been a Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone.
Hey man. I mean,
But
that's
I know it's different entities, bro. But I'm just
Yeah, it
saying,
is.
like, now you know you have a sister. It's like you never know what she has to offer.
I'm curious though. I am curious about her. I am
Life is
curious.
short, bro.
Man,
Short.
if I was in that situation,
Yeah.
bro, at this age, just me personally,
Yeah.
I would want to get to know who that
At
is.
least try,
Right.
bro.
Like I'd be excited.
Yeah.
Real talk. Like I'd be. When I met her, I'd be like, "Oh shit, you my sister."
Y'all might be on the same page, bro.
I'd be like, "Let's
Maybe.
go out. Let's have drinks or something. Let's
Yeah.
just
No.
get to know each other a little
Yeah.
bit." But that's just me. I'm just different. Like I be meeting some little cousins, and we be cool. Or I meet like an uncle or aunt or something I ain't know about.
Yeah.
We be cool, bro. I be excited to know, like where you been, why we don't know you. Then they let me know, and like everything, like it ain't my fault. I don't know 'em. It ain't nobody's fault, but that's just how life goes sometimes.
Yeah.
You just don't.
I've definitely considered going down there and with my dad and just being like, "Hey, take me over there."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cuz I mean I don't know what their relationship's like
Yeah.
cuz like I said, it's been a strictly he's been a check for a long time.
Can I ask you a question, just real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he didn't have a relationship, like communicating through this whole time?
I don't know. I can't really
Have
speculate
you
on
asked
that.
him yet?
Nah, it's so funny, man. My family's so funny because like when stuff goes down, if like unless I have like a specific question at that moment, like I'll let it go.
Well, not ask.
I just let it go. All right, well, that's the situation, and it didn't affect my life, so it was like it wasn't something that was topical in that sense. Like I said, if I was younger, and this was something like now I'm seeing her more often, X, Y, and Z, like that would be different. But like I'm a grown adult with a job and goals and ambitions and careers. Like it just didn't affect me. So it was like, I mean, that's cool. And that was it. And it may sound cold to some, but it wasn't like cold. I just didn't know her. It's okay.
I feel you, bro.
I just
Yeah,
didn't
that
know her.
ain't cold.
I feel you.
man.
It's not cold at all because I was feeling, like I said, I was feeling the same way at a point. It's like y'all over there, like fuck it.
All right.
You doing your thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Y'all
Yeah.
ain't trying. I'm trying. I did my part.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you learn stuff like it's not my fault.
I mean,
had to
I
do it.
never blame myself for that.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
just
I was
saying.
like, shoot.
Like, and I say that because like you have your moments when you be in your space. It's just like, is it my fault? Like, did I not try hard enough?
Did you feel that way?
No, I'm just saying. Period. Like with different situations. Like, did I not try hard enough on this audition? Did I not try hard enough when I was in high school? Did I not try hard enough when I was at work yesterday? Did I not try hard enough when I was talking to my wife or my girlfriend? Or like,
I
just
knew
what I'm
you were
saying,
married.
Did you not? I'm just putting different. Y'all be like, anyway.
Go ahead.
Just saying, did you have those moments in your own space? Did you not try hard enough?
Right. I mean,
You have those moments.
I think that's a fundamental difference probably between you and me on that. I didn't have those thoughts. I just didn't have those thoughts.
be flexing, boy. I swear to God.
I'm not flexing on that one, bro. I didn't think that.
I'm
way.
just saying in different entities.
Yeah, and different things probably,
That's what I just
but not
said.
like in this particular
Not in that particular
example.
moment. That's why I put it out there.
All right.
Like,
Well, I was bringing
you
it back
have
to the
your
top. I'm
moments.
just bringing it back to the
You're going
topic.
to have your space. I know you long enough that you do that. You're going to do that.
where
have a
I
whole
contribute.
sister now.
Yeah, where I contribute, but not with this one. Yeah, I just didn't contribute.
You're
to it.
going to think about it. I have a whole sister. You can't say you're not going to think about it.
You know, I'll say this.
Don't flex on it.
I'm not flexing. Can I be 100% honest with you? I've maybe thought about this 2 or 3 times. This is the 3rd time.
And this happened how long ago?
Year or 2 or so, year and a half.
Oh, we just not figuring about this. You didn't say the times, man, but okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, but
Are you a cold nigga?
I mean, he old, bro. Like
It's not old.
yeah, I mean, I'm older than. It's not.
he got his
anything
own
against-
life. He hasn't known nothing about her until last year.
And then all of a sudden, it's
How's
like,
that supposed to change his life? It's not like it's his little
I say it's
sister.
gonna change his
That's true.
life. or
She's
nothing. I'm
hey,
not
she the older.
saying
She the
that.
big.
she
She the
older
big
than
sister.
him.
What you mean?
not
Come
saying
protect
that.
me
But
from
what-
these scoundrels and scallywags
But
that
what
are
the
on my
word say, what men
coattails.
supposed to do? You supposed to take charge of that situation.
She the
Right?
oldest. Nah, man.
See what I'm
We let our
saying?
queens lead sometimes too, brother.
Yeah, she big.
So you don't believe in your queens, brother?
believe
Didn't
very
you want to
much
be
in
a
my queens.
protector of
But
women
that's
at one
your
point?
sister, and I'm just telling you
Didn't
all
he?
stuff like.
Yep.
He sure did.
All I'm saying, bro,
Promise
life's
ring.
short. You never know. Life's short. You never know, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Never mind. I'll
No.
bring this up afterwards.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say that, like,
Yeah.
this last part I gotta say about
Yeah.
it. With, hey, man, it's your sister, man. Please at least try.
To your point there,
At
I
least
do.
try.
I do want to be warm to her because I feel like she might have been missing some parts of that, and I don't want to be.
yeah.
And I don't want to be another extension of a cold situation because it's not her fault. So
Exactly what
It's
I'm
neither
saying.
one of y'all's fault.
No,
And
so
then
I don't
you
wanna
got-
do that.
Exactly
You got
what I'm saying.
you got nieces and nephews, bro.
thank
Go
you.
ahead and get to know them
Yeah, no, I really do,
because they
man.
young. You can be in their life now,
Yeah, that's real. That's real. So that is something I want to take away from that.
even
I'm
though
saying,
you
at
don't
least
like
try,
kids.
bro.
But you know,
If it's
Yeah.
a bad situation, you ain't gotta be a part of it. At least you try it. That's the point I'm saying, bro. At least you try it.
Facts. Well, let's move on. So by GDP, we're the 10th richest nation in the world. Black Americans are. By GDP, how much we spend, right?
Oh, just off what we spend.
We're the 10th. We be the 10th richest nation on the planet just by how much money we spend. It's not an accident that other cultures come to America and don't look at us as fuck. They look at us fucked up. We're the only. How would you say peon class, so to speak, right? That
Not
can
the
buy
peons.
themselves out of their own oppression. We can literally buy ourselves out of our own oppression, but it's all here. Why do you think one of the most
Why do we have to
consistent? Hold
buy
on.
ourselves? All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Why do you think one of the most consistent things for any movement, whether it's the SEL? No, we're not live yet. We can be though. We can be live. We live. We live. All right. One of the most consistent things that you see from any American black movement, so to speak, right? One of the things you see is always about re-education of the black mentality. Whether it's SNCC, whether it's SCLC, whether it's the Nation of Islam, whether it's the Pan-African movement, because right here is where it all starts, right? Because if we already understand that if we cooperate and if we have not just even in America, if we cooperate, I'm talking Pan-African, if we cooperate throughout the diaspora, what do we have?
We turn the world back into Pangea. Hold on, wait, what was that word again?
What? Diaspora.
Apothecary?
Apothecary? What are you talking about?
Nigga, what?
Pan-African?
No, you said something else. Now, let me ask
No,
you,
no, no.
economic major, right?
Correct.
How long does the black dollar stay in black communities? Not long at all.
A couple hours.
Not one,
Maybe an hour.
Not even one hand.
Maybe an hour.
Not even one hand.
But that's part of the thing.
that's-
So, but how many people? Even it's so funny, man. Because even my grandfather would say this stuff, man. He'd be like, "Look, so did gentrification and all these things, ruin the black community?" He said,
No.
He said, "Be honest.
Yes.
No.
There's a lot of factors to this, right? This is not one
No.
level, right? But there's a lot of layers to this. But he always said this,
No.
man. We see our old communities that are being taken over, right? He's like, but a lot of people just didn't want these houses, bro. A lot of folks didn't want these businesses. A lot of folks got these things inherited and gave them away.
On top of that, it's by choice, not by knowledge. 'Cause if
Correct,
you knew what the
correct,
wealth- if you knew what
correct.
the worth of your property was, you wouldn't really sell it.
You wouldn't.
You'd rent it out.
So that's an educational gap.
Property taxes, because when you put in situations where you actually gentrify, it becomes a situation where
Go
the
ahead.
ideal, when it comes to what you're supposed to learn, isn't catered to you. It's catered
Right.
to quote unquote everybody in it, and then just like the reason why you have all these discrepancies about SAT words and the way the SAT is built is because it's geared in stereotypes.
Who is
What's culturally
everybody in
biased?
it? Who is everybody in it?
He's talking about the dominant culture, right? White culture
No, I
currently
wanna
in
hear,
this
who is
country.
everybody in it?
Yet to have been on the same level when it comes to anything.
Who is everybody in it?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Tell me. You
Who is
said
everybody in it?
culture to everybody in it. Who is
culture,
everybody in
every
it?
culture.
Every culture, okay.
Yes, every culture. But not every culture started out at the same starting line at the same time.
Right.
So therefore, if it's standardized,
Well,
then how can it be standardized?
you know what's funny?
Because that means that everybody's not on the same level.
Who is the most kept back?
Who is the most kept back globally?
When and where?
The people who
In
don't
where?
know.
Define when
Right.
and where.
Period.
Whomever doesn't know. 'Cause
Who is the
Basically.
most?
Whoever doesn't know.
seven- Who is the most put out there? Like when it's like, oh shit, we don't want you to go nowhere. It's who?
It's black people.
Thank you.
So I don't understand what you're saying.
It's
What I'm saying is, you talking
Yeah.
about this, like fucking culturalized, it's gentrification. It's like if when we come together, everybody will come with us. I swear to
That's
God.
what I'm saying though. But we have been so trained to try to not come together and try to blend ourselves in all these.
We ain't gotta
We have-
blend ourselves with nobody.
we
We gotta
have
blend
a
ourselves
mis-
together
Hold on.
first.
We
That's how
have
we've been
no
trained.
100%. He's right on this that we have been
We on the
trained.
same page. We just
We talk. There's a few things. If it's a couple conversations being had at the same time,
It is.
right? So let's put it all together. Let's make it clear for everybody listening. Let's make it clear for everybody in this room. All right.
Right.
There's a few factors here, right? Let's start on the biggest reason why there's the biggest wealth gap between Black Americans and the rest of white America. Can we talk about that specifically? And it's specifically post World War II when like the wealth gap really went bananas, right? We're talking about housing discrimination, right? We're talking about how most people have almost all their wealth in their home, right? So we're talking about post World War II, right? We're talking about the GI Bill when it's instituted, correct? We're talking about when they basically made it easy as I don't know what for anybody that came back from the military to purchase a home and the concessions that they made to do that, right? And those concessions we were specifically excluded from, correct? So if we're not able to purchase homes that appreciate with value, right? How are we supposed to build wealth at the same rate as everybody else is, right? And then when we do buy a home, you intentionally tank the value of the home. The Federal Housing Authority at that time put out a blanket statement saying that if blacks move into your home, move into your neighborhood, it will bottom out the value, right? So if a black person ended up moving into what would be considered a predominantly white neighborhood, they all sold their houses, and then the value went down. It ended up being a self-fulfilling prophecy. It was just something they said because they didn't want to particularly have blacks and whites mixing up. Obviously, now they're coming back to buy that. 100%, right? They're coming back to
Shit's
buy all those
crazy.
houses that weren't worth anything are now being bought by at what? Say if they sell the house like $600,000, what they buy the house for? 75, 125, because that's more cash than most dudes ever seen in their life. They put it on the table for you. Yeah, we'll get it to you right now. I'm gonna sell it.
It's wicked, bro.
In the inner city because they actually build it that way. We're gonna give you this for a little bit of time, and then once we actually build up around everything and start to close in on that, then we're gonna buy that. And
Right.
We're gonna build
It's
that,
wicked.
And we're gonna move you somewhere else. And we're gonna rinse and repeat the whole cycle. Let that become lowered, and then we come out.
Right.
Hey, y'all gotta move because we buying X, Y, Z because we're expanding. It go $100,000.
So let's think about it.
Over here, and then it will rinse, wash, and repeat
Every single
History
time.
repeats itself.
100% they're going to do that, right? So then let's continue that line of thought, right? Why is that so important? Why is it so important that we're having able to buy houses that appreciate with value, right? Well, how many times we think about all these grandiose ways the white man is making more money than us, right? A lot of it's real simple stuff. Somebody dies, the family gets the house, they split it up, and they get an extra $250 each. That $250 right there is life changing. Don't forget life insurance as well. Don't forget life insurance as
Don't
well.
forget that
Those
shit.
two things.
Yeah.
But what'd you say there?
I said,
Don't forget life insurance.
can we really get mad with them because they played the system? Like, I think once
Well,
you get into
here's the thing about the system. We tried to play the game. The issue was we were so specifically excluded in a way in a marketplace that I don't know if anybody would have been able to overcome that. Save from buying, holding, and just saying, okay, we're gonna. And people did that. To be clear, people did buy land. People did, own their houses, but they were houses that, in that moment, though, if your dollar isn't, how are you gonna buy the house? How are you gonna buy anything in a legal system and own it without playing that game? Right? You can't. So how am I gonna own something in the United States of America and not own it legally via the laws of the United States of America, which at the time were specifically exclusionary to black people coming back from the World War II?
See, the thing about it is whenever
How can you own it? I can just take it. Look what happens in Savannah or in South Carolina.
What
The
do you mean,
Geechee
take
folk,
it?
they're taking their land with these crazy property tax laws. They're just taking them. They're bidding it. They're going to auction because nobody has their paperwork, right? They didn't play the game. Nobody has their paperwork, and they're going to auctions and they're taking their land from them. So you're either gonna play the game one way or the other, but it is their fault because it was specific and it was exclusionary, and they made sure we weren't able to build wealth because they saw They saw exactly what happened, obviously post-slavery with Reconstruction. They saw us come together. They saw us outnumber them in the South, right? They saw that we had the most. They saw that we had the most
This might be
politicians, the most ownership at that time, the most businesses in the area, in the whole southeastern region.
might
And they
be
said, you know what? You say, you know what? Now we got the black codes. Now we got Jim Crow. Nah, we got to reassert whiteness every time we can.
I'm trying not to yell or nothing, but why does it have to be a gang? Why can't we come together?
It's not about
Like
That's not what we're talking about, though. We're talking about the history of how it
I
happened.
know history how it happened, but just this where we at. It's like
What you got,
why
Jay?
can't we just come together?
I'm just trying to figure out when we're gonna end this thing because the nigga gotta go to work in the
My
morning.
big thing. No,
I got you.
No, I know it sounds stupid. But why can't we just
Put your
come
feet down.
together
No,
as
fuck
a
that, nigga.
nation? Why can't we just
Are we
come together as a
recording?
nation, bro?
Oh.
That's my big thing. Like,
because it'll
I
never
didn't
be
know.
a situation where they allow us to actually be on that equal
It's
playing
just
field.
stupid to me.
Whenever it has been a situation.
you say what, Nick?
Reparations. Why haven't black people got reparations for anything?
Oh, we never gonna get that.
Screw all
Never.
that. Because at the end of the day,
We should, but
we definitely should. But it's so we
Everybody else got
blame
'em.
and we point finger at
literally
others.
everyone else.
But
Asians just got it. That's the
also-
first thing.
Twice. This is our second time getting reparations.
The first thing
Also
somebody
Jews.
did.
Also Jews.
Yeah, Jews got it.
Beat up in America.
Right.
It's an agenda.
Protect Asian
Well,
Americans.
they're not on the news every day killing each other.
Protect
So.
Asian Americans.
But they do, though.
They do, but they not on the news.
'Cause they
every
own the
day.
news.
Exactly.
Prosper
So.
and come up, and everything just been okay. Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street.
I've been there.
You feel what I'm saying? It's never been a situation to where we were able to come up as a unit, learn financial responsibility,
Facts.
Because we keep
and
getting
have it, and actually have
bitch
it
slapped every time we do.
installed into our youth.
It's threatening to capitalism. That's why.
Yes,
They don't want that.
Black people
Exactly.
inherently
So
aren't
you
capitalistic,
ask
though.
why it is we all can't
We're
just
not.
come together. It's because they don't want that.
They don't want it.
So we can't all
so I
just
got
come
the
together.
solution.
So
We
that's why
can.
integration was
All right,
messed up
hand him a
for us.
mic. He got a
Because it
solution.
should have been a situation to where we should have been.
Cuzzo got a solution?
No, he's got a solution.
Jay Money over there.
Introduce yourself, brother.
My name's Joshua.
Thank you, sir.
The solution to the main issue is why can't we come together?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we in this crazy situation? So at the end of the day, no matter what race you are, knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We're all here today to share knowledge and to make things relatable for people, you know,
Mm-hmm. Right.
who might be in the same situation or people who've never thought about this situation.
Right.
So with this being said, we're sharing knowledge right now of how to not be in this situation. So the main issue with the property is you can't afford your property taxes. So how
Correct.
about this? We'll share the knowledge right now. Hey, make sure you save at least $10,000 every year because your property tax might be $2,000 or $4,000 twice a year. If you got that and you pay that, and you make sure you file the paperwork, you're okay, and it will
It's
be your
yours.
property. And you can also go buy a black man, a white man, an Asian man's, or a woman. Any race is property. If you go look at your local government's tax sheet and pay their property taxes, and if they don't pay you back in
Talk about
a
it.
year, and on top of that, have to pay you 10% of that, then
Talk
you
about
own
it.
the property. And then I would just call, I would call the man and sell it to him for $100,000. So that's the game as far as just property goes. We won't
Right.
even talk about the music industry right now.
No,
I'm
that's a different
Joshua.
kind of slavery. I'm Joshua. I'm out. Let's go. Round of applause for that brother, man. Nah, knowledge is power, man. I think ultimately, I think so, man. I think ultimately, man, we got to look at this, and it's a really simple thing that's happening, right? There is a global war on Africans, period. And part of the issue is because we've been so fragmented and diasporate all throughout the lands and X, Y, and Z. And even in this country, right, we've been pitted against each other. Even with skin tone, been pitted against each other, right? You think it wasn't an accident that they started fucking slaves. That's just they wanted. I mean, that they started having sex with slaves. It wasn't just because they wanted to have sex with them. That's part of it. But
beyond lust.
it was beyond lust. Like, how are you going to relate to someone that looks different than you? How come we're all from like the same places in Africa and we all look so different? That's a really interesting thought.
Are from here.
Come on. Okay, well, that's a different conversation right there. Talk about the Olmecs. We can go all the way. I agree. I agree. But there's a global war. The fact that there's a global war on Africans, and it feels like I can speak more specifically to Black America right now, is that I feel as if until we recognize and operate in such that we are having and under global warfare and operate within those tactics, meaning that it's not just about comfort, it's not just about what we feel like doing, it's not just about what gets us the bag right now, today, in this moment, right? Until this is all the cooperation stuff we're talking about here, because all those things are going to have to come together. We're going to have a common understanding that, hey, look, in order to proceed, like you said, Courtney, if you want your credit, like you said,
no credit.
in order
Facts.
to proceed, that cooperation must be had. And I think, and I truly believe that in order to have that cooperation, there must be one accord that, hey, look, this is a global war on Black people. Not we're getting oppressed. This is a war. They're killing us. They're locking us away. They're holding us there.
The knowledge of generational wealth.
Right. They're taking our resources all the way from the homeland. Africa is so divvied up from China. First of all, China's, I can't even get started on what they're doing over there. I'm sure you guys are probably aware of that. If you have not already, China's buying everything up, and we're giving it to them.
China's gonna save Russia.
Come on, man. This is trying to be the global economy of China soon. The people's economy of China, right? I'm telling you, African Black people we have the natural resources, right? What are three things you need to make a great society? You need natural resources, you need capital goods, and you need labor. Capital goods meaning money, infrastructure, what have you. We got labor, and in Africa, we got natural resources. This is why that bridging that gap between the diaspora is so important, right? What are they going to do, bomb the land that they need? They're not going to do that, right? They need that land, right? If we can find a way to relate to one another on that level, and maybe it takes, a little bit at a time, right?
Eons or days.
Eon, come on.
So you feel like it starts in Africa?
It all ends in Africa. It starts and ends in Africa.
All right, here, bro.
It starts with
Yeah.
Like what he said, like say all of us come together, right? People get
We're not going to be, put it this way, as Black people, we will not be fully whole until
Right.
we have a
We got
relationship
all
with
these-
Africa. If we do not have a relationship with Africa, we will not be fully whole, period.
not even a relationship.
No, Africa's its own issue on it. We understand this. That's a difficult conversation already.
Not even a relationship with Africa.
Well, it's a whole different countries and nations and different situations. It's different. It's difficult. I understand that.
Not even a relationship.
Different cultures. It's difficult.
Not even a relationship with Africa. You start with these people in this room.
Well, that's where you
on
start.
what
But I'm
we're
saying we're
talking
not going to
about.
be complete until we've bridged that gap, because that's where we're
You're
from.
not going to be complete, but you start somewhere. If we start,
I'm not
with what
talking about where we start. I'm just talking about where we end.
Hear me out.
I
That's what I'm
heard
saying.
you say. I heard what you
You
said.
didn't let me finish.
It wasn't complicated. You said it. It was very simple.
We get mad.
Nobody's getting mad.
Why don't you just share the knowledge? Like you said, like you were like right back to the sister. Yo, get to know your sister.
Right.
Yo, you shared that knowledge with him. He will. Even though he doesn't know what to do, I'm sure that because you shared that knowledge with him of like how you grew as a better person.
Yeah, I'm
And
saying.
how you and what'd you say? You don't like your father. So I'm sure you came to like your father because of you got to know your sisters and you didn't want to be that guy.
Right.
He said the same thing too. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying,
I want to keep it a warm situation.
Right.
So that's how we come together. Keep it warm, man.
I agree.
Make it
We're too cold to each other.
We're so cold right now. So
Yeah.
just warm it up, man.
100%, man.
It's like we start something.
We got to put our pea coats on, brother.
This nigga listen.
Got to put our pea coats on. Let's go.
Like on some real
You listen to Bob Marley.
That's one of the things that I didn't like.
A lot of-
when Kanye did
A lot of
say
Jimi
what he
Hendrix
said,
and shit. You,
how he just straight attacked Kanye.
It's not
And
my
the thing
first
about it
rodeo.
is that we're so quick to judge people.
I can
Yeah.
tell.
We're so quick to judge people, and we're so quick to tear people down.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, instead of just trying to understand, why did you say what you said?
Right.
What is going
You can't
on?
be that rich and be that crazy. Think about
Wait a
what
minute.
I'm saying.
That's not true.
I don't know.
Not in white capitalism, you can.
This is the thing.
You know,
When
you
when-
realize,
hold on.
do you
When
realize?
say somebody being so rich is so crazy? When somebody has an opinion just because they got money, it's like
I don't think he's
shit.
crazy.
You understand?
He's not crazy.
With money, you have resources. You know all these people. You have access to everything. He
But
knows
who is
a lot
shitting
more
on you at
than
the end of the day because somebody else got more money than you? That's over Kanye.
That's true.
I get that. But he has the resources.
He's got a
He
baby
has
billion.
the resources,
Unlimited
but
access.
He has
it's
the
always
ownership.
somebody
He owns-
over that
he
man.
produces, He produces.
But I'm saying he has
He
knowledge
writes,
to
he
things
owns
we don't
all the
know.
stuff.
You don't
I
know the
agree.
people he talking to.
All right.
I agree.
So I got a question. Who remembers when Kanye was on social media or on television before the Trump situation?
100%. He's
Where
this.
was he? No, where was he?
What do you mean? Where was he?
Think about it. Before Kanye,
Like mental state or like physical state?
no, like let's say like when we started seeing Kanye was when Trump basically was running for office.
That's when he reemerged in that way.
Where was he
Yes.
before?
I don't know.
Does anybody know? It's like he came up out of nowhere,
I
right?
know it, yeah.
And when he started doing the interview with Noriega, started talking about all the people like
that's a good question.
people that own these companies and shit.
Right.
He's trying to be on their level. Think about it. They go through crazy shit just like Kanye.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He's a black person.
I think.
They don't publicize it. He's a
I
black
think-
person. He don't know how to handle that shit.
Like he just said, hold on, before you say what you said.
Yeah.
They don't want us to own nothing.
I think he handled it well because
They don't want us to own
I
nothing.
remember when it was like Kanye's got just as much as Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I remember like Kanye's got $1 billion.
Exactly.
Kanye has
And they
60
only
million.
put a little bit of it.
And look a particular
Right.
So who cares what people
They
say?
only put a
Right.
little bit of it.
Knowledge is power.
They gonna
And
make
he
you look
shares
crazy.
Kanye shares knowledge all the time.
He does.
Yeah.
Gems. Knowledge
It's
is
not
power,
even-
man.
it's not
Knowledge
even
is
there.
power. So just share knowledge.
I think-
Don't be mad.
I-
We love to get hangry.
We do, and I think it's funny, man. We had too many Twitter think pieces from we got too many
Fingers.
Twitter think pieces, man. You scroll down Twitter and people have a essay thread on something they thought about that morning, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. My whole thing is,
Since I found out porn on Twitter,
oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, porn
You
on Twitter's
must,
great.
you must follow Courtney.
It's hard to have the perfect filter.
I ain't got nothing.
It
on my
is.
Twitter.
It is. No, it is.
There's no
It
such
is.
thing as the perfect.
I agree with you on that. Just what's so crazy, man? We're sitting here. When we could honestly, guys, we could honestly have this conversation for probably 4 hours, like comfortably.
Dang show,
Right? We could comfortably have what's the road to black empowerment conversation
And I like
for
how
about 4.5 hours a day.
I like how you
but
said
this
it
is the start.
comfortably because we are comfortable.
100%, man. Easy, man. But I feel like I'm just glad that we even had a chance to even riff on this because
Oh, yeah,
I
facts.
feel like I pulled so much from everybody today, and hopefully I gave something back out to y'all too. Hopefully we all did. I think we gotta.
Oh, yeah,
we're probably
facts.
at time now, but we
Oh, yeah,
we
facts,
gotta
facts.
probably get off this thing, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us again on another episode of the MudPolitical podcast. We do this once a week. We're getting back to it, man. Don't forget to follow us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, the Google Play Store, YouTube. Please don't forget the YouTube, man. Subscribe. Give us 5 stars. If you give us 4 stars, we're inclined to believe you are a hater. Man, y'all got anything else for the people, man? You done? You got this thing? Jay, you didn't say nothing in like 5 minutes, brother. Say
really didn't say
something.
it's this pod.
Say
'Cause I ain't
anything.
even gonna
He
lie.
makes the best lasagna.
I ain't know.
What?
I ain't realize we was doing the outro. I thought niggas was just ranting.
No, you didn't say a lot on this.
Oh, he didn't realize we were recording.
Yeah, that's what you gotta pay attention to what niggas saying, bro.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
just told you, but yeah, that's why.
I understand, man.
But I'm
Hey.
here every week, so it don't.
You are.
It don't matter. Like I don't miss an episode. The only episode I missed, my daughter was being born, so I had to miss that.
Oh.
But I don't miss an episode.
Well, if you know what that means,
I mean,
Ladies and gen-
I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
like I said, we do this once a week. We'll see y'all next week.
Love y'all.
You dig.